Hey folks, George the DJ here, and today I want to share with you what I call my micro battery powered wireless mobile DJ system 2.0. Now I did a video on this almost a year ago to the date, and had a lot of fun doing it. Everything was working fine, but I did want to make some improvements, and here's what I wanted to improve on. So first of all, I wanted a little better sound. I didn't like the way the microphone sound when it was amplified through the speakers I was using. I was using the Eco Gear Boulder speakers, great sounding speakers. I would highly recommend them. Great for sound. I had a little subwoofer on the back, but didn't sound real good when I put whatever microphone in there. The other thing is I wanted more power. They were about 50 watts RMS each, but I wanted just a little bit more, and then I could maybe use it for maybe a cocktail hour inside. And maybe even get to a point where I was just rolling one speaker in, which I was doing a lot. I had a Behringer MPA 40 Bluetooth that I would bring in when I just wanted something in one hand to bring in and roll in. It sounded great for the microphone, but not so good for music. And then the third thing I wanted was a more professional speaker. Something with pole inserts, maybe a three-way EQ, a line switch and a mic switch in the back so I could adjust with different instruments, and just something that was more on a professional level. And I think I got that. Now I'm using the Denon Audio Commander. It's a professional speaker because it says professional right here. Just kidding. But it is a really nice speaker. It's 200 watt RMS. I'm not going to go into a lot of the specs on this speaker, but I do think it's a very nice speaker. It has done really well. I've used it 4 times over the last couple of months for ceremonies, cocktail hours, those kind of things, and gigs at work. It's very heavy. It's almost 48 pounds. But a lot of times I just use it and roll it in and keep it on the floor because it sits up pretty high. But it's a very nice speaker. See the specs on it. One thing I'll tell you is I do use the built-in wireless microphone, but it has some issues. It's a really nice sounding mic, but it has cut in and out a lot for me. I can't seem to replicate that at home or outside as much as in the venues or out in the field when I did a wedding. I'm working with Denon to try to figure out what it is. They're sending me a replacement mic, so hopefully we can get that resolved too. But I have another microphone that I prefer to use that I used last year, the FiFine, F-I-F-I-N-E mic. Has a little plug pack, so I keep that in here as a backup. There's a storage case on the other side here. I can plug that in, have it up in less than 60 seconds. So I really do like the speaker. Really helped me step my game up. I'm only using one. I could imagine using 2 of these and then getting one of the Bluetooth totals to daisy chain from one to the next. Man, that would be incredible sound. The controller I used last year was basically not set up for connecting to equipment, although I bought a Bluetooth adapter and did that. But it had its own speakers and it was a little bulky. So now I'm using a little small speaker called the Numark Party Mix. It has these little corny DJ lights on it. Yes, you can cut those off if you want. I would never play with those, of course. But it has all the functions that I need. You got faders. You can actually get into connecting this to virtual DJ, which it comes with. I found a way to connect it to Algorithm. It lets me get to Spotify. It doesn't say it on the box, but if you look up Algorithm site, there's about 40, 50 controllers that they say are natively mapped to work with Algorithm. Now, the controller that I was showing you is bus powered, so it's powered off of the laptop, and that was one of the requirements. And then, of course, you see I have a little laptop stand by Numark. I already had that. The table you see is also sort of new. Only had it a few weeks. And, of course, I put my little corny DJ label on here so people know I'm officially George the DJ when I do that, and set that up. But the stand, the reason I went to a stand, the table I had before set a little lower. With the controller I had, it was okay, but it's nice to be able to adjust the height, which this is basically it's by Pyle. It's a projector stand for a movie projector. but you can use it for iPad, which I have done a lot of shows where I just had the iPad in this. I used to use a music stand, and that works really well too with just the iPad. But if you want to set it flat, this works a lot better. And of course, it's very sturdy. You can see it's not going to fall off or anything. It's very easy to carry, collapsible. The whole purpose of doing this originally was to make a DJ system that had no limits as far as where you could use it. You could use it on a beach, at a cocktail hour, out in the park, out in the field, as I actually did for a wedding not too long ago. Neat. It's a very quick setup, and I think this is an improvement on the last one, especially with the additional power that I have and being able to use a laptop and everything now. So let's see, did I get my first thing accomplished as far as better sound on the mic? I think this sounds a lot better than I did last year. We actually have a little reverb cut on this speaker. Again, a more professional speaker, lots of power. All right, so let's see how it sounds. Ability obviously to fade the music up or down, left to right faders, some effects and things like that. So sounds really good. Again, the whole purpose of this is to be able to have something that is completely battery powered, wireless, quick setup. I think you would agree it looks pretty neat, pretty professional. It's an upgrade from what I did last year. No problems with that equipment. Just wanted to step my game up a little bit. There is one thing additional I wanted to show you. First of all, battery power on this speaker is rated 3 hours full on, 8 hours at about half power. I power it at about 3/4, and I've seen 5.5, 6 hours, and then I still had something left. So should cover you for most shows, just depending on volume. And then again, you know, you're doing a ceremony or something like that, way more power than you need. Over on the controller, the laptop by Mac, I put a new battery in. It's an older laptop, but about 5.5, 6 hours. But when you connect the Numark Party Mix, you're probably only going to get about 2.5 or 3 hours out of that. So I found a battery pack. I think it's really neat. It's for a laptop, and this will take that laptop battery life and pretty much double it. It's really simple to hook up. I just slide it right in here. Plug it to my Mac. Plug it in, and now I'm actually playing off of power, not just from the Mac, but from that battery pack. But again, that's pretty simple. I'm sure there are a lot of different options out there for you as far as battery packs, depending on whatever kind of laptop you use. But this is pretty neat, I think. Let me give you a look from the rear. So in the rear of the speaker, you can see multiple inputs. That channel 8 side is the handheld. There is actually a lavalier mic that you connect on, or you can connect on the right side. I just tend to not use it. As you can see, you have luggage handles. And then here on the controller, again, just really simple system. And I'm connected to algorithm software. Pretty neat setup. So again, with some improvements with my system for sound, more professional speaker, more power, able to just use one speaker now. and a lot better sound on the microphone, which is one of the things I wanted. And being able now to use a laptop and a smaller controller, and maybe even a little nicer stand, a little more professional looking, smaller footprint, easier to carry in. A lot of wins with this system. I'll be honest, a lot of times I don't even bring all this. If I'm just playing a couple songs, I bring in my iPad and put it right here. Still think price-wise, it's a good value. Probably a couple more $100 more than I did last year. But I think you'll still be under $1,000 for everything. Again, not counting buying a laptop or a Mac or something like that. But I think it's pretty nice looking. This is my micro battery powered wireless mobile DJ system 2.0. I'm George the DJ, and as always, thanks for watching.